Please chant with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. Hare Krishna, we welcome all of you to the Saturday Satsang. Roop Manohar Prabhu has been doing this Satsang for last 25 years, I think, right Prabhu? It's so amazing. And at one point of time, we had like 100 people on Saturday coming for this Saturday Satsanga. And His Holiness Badrinarayan Maharaj was saying that we should revive it again. We should have, more and more devotees coming for these festivals. So today we have this topic, why do bad things happen to good people? So yes, I will give everybody of kids chance to read it one by one. I'll start with Shreyan and continue till Vrinda. One by one you will get chance to read the slides. Is it okay? And then I'll also ask you questions. So just stand. So as you as we see this world that today, so many bad things are even happening to good people, like even devotees suffer so many problems. And then we also see that people who are doing bad, something good is happening to them. Then we ask this question, why do bad things happen to good people? Or why do good things happen to bad people even? Right? So we'll try to understand this concept. So someone can change the screen? Maybe Mukunda first, yeah. First half you, second half you, okay? So we see from this slide there are major setbacks that are there in our life. And then we start asking question, why did it happen to me? Why did it happen to them? Why did it happen to us? When something is bad, we think, oh, probably God, you are responsible for us, for that, whatever has happened to us. And when something good happens to us, we try to take credit. Yes, Mukunda ji. So students, when there is exam, I remember when we were students in exam, we used to go to the, remember God, please give us the questions that probably we studied. Yes, the next. And there's this very famous personality, Arthur Ashe. He won a lot of world championship, and he credited all the his wins to God. He was a staunch believer in God. Yes, Mukunda. So the question is God responsible for our happiness or distress? That is the question. So does anyone like to answer? Yes, Shreyan. First, Shreyan. What do you think, Shreyan? Is God responsible for our happiness and distress?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I don't know how to explain that now.
Thank you. Next slide. So, in order to understand this topic, that why do bad things happen to good people or good things happen to bad people, we need to understand the 5 main topics of Bhagavad Gita. First, we'll understand the foundation, and then we will understand the reason for it. So, we'll dive into the 5 main topics of Bhagavad Gita. So, first topic is Paramatma. Please say with me, Paramatma. Second is Atma. Third is Prakriti. Fourth is Kala. Fifth is Karma. Okay, Avyan, can you read all the slide, the translation, everything? What is Paramatma, Supreme Lord, and everything?
Paramatma is the Supreme Lord. Atma is the spirit soul. Prakriti is material and spiritual world. Kala is time, and karma is the action/reaction.
Yes. Okay, so these are the 5 main topics of Bhagavad Gita, which tells that an Atma or the spirit soul, having forgotten the Paramatma or the Supreme Soul, gets entangled in this material world under the 3 modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And another influence of time, does different karma, action or reaction. Different kind of karmas are there: good karma, bad karma, or neutral karma. So that is the theme of the whole Bhagavad Gita in 700 shlokas or 18 chapters. Next. So we'll understand what the material world is. So material world is this Prakriti, that is the first topic, and Krishna explains this in the Bhagavad Gita. So the question is, where has the soul come from? Where has the soul come to? So somebody asked our founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, that where was the soul before we came to this planet Earth? Right? Where were we? Were we in a dog's body, or were we demigods, or were we insects, or fish, or tiger, or lion, or ant? So Prabhupada mentioned it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is where you have to go from now. What's your destination? Right? So we'll try to understand this. This material nature. So what is this material nature? As you can see, there are different planetary systems. We are now talking about Chandrayaan. Where did Chandrayaan went to? You can answer. Anyone? Any kids? Yes. Which planet did Chandrayaan go to? Yes, Mukunda? Moon. Yes. So India, ISRO sent a satellite and launch vehicle where they took some pictures from this moon. So basically these are different planetary systems that are there, and we are on the planet Earth. There are planets above the Earth and there are planets below the Earth. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells that these planets, from planet Earth to Brahmaloka, all are places of miseries. There is birth and death, right? So it is shown from spiritual, and then above that Brahmaloka, there is spiritual world, or Vaikuntha, which is free of miseries. Vaikuntha means without kuntha, Vaikuntha. And there are some, so as you can see, there is this Karana ocean. Above it is Brahma Jyoti, which is the effulgence of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I am sustaining the Brahma Jyoti. I am the cause of the Brahma Jyoti. The effulgence from Krishna's body is actually the Brahma Jyotis, where people who think that God is impersonal, God is a light, that is actually coming from Krishna's body. They have that understanding till the Brahma Jyoti, but beyond the Brahma Jyoti, we have the spiritual planet, which is Vaikuntha, and then beyond it is Golok Vrindavan. Yes, Mukunda. So all this is explained in Bhagavatam in detail, and we are living in the Devi Lok. This material world, this planet Earth is actually controlled by Durga Devi. What does Durga mean? Durga means, it comes from the word Durg. What does Durg mean? Can anyone tell? Yes, Mukunda. No, Durg means the fort. So we are actually imprisoned in this planet Earth by birth, disease, old age, death. We go through this cycle, and Durga Devi's job is to purify us. She puts us in front of situations and tests where we can actually remember Krishna. When we face miseries, we think, why am I facing these miseries? There must be something higher. Why is this happening to me? What karma I am doing? So she gives us tests. She puts us in situation for us to purify and advance towards Krishna. That's her duty, to bring closer to Krishna. Subhadra Devi, as we see, she is also the expansion of Srimati Radharani, Durga Devi. So all these personalities are devotees of the Lord, and they are doing their own services. Just like a CEO of a company, he has assigned different services, say finance department to Lakshmi Devi, health department to Sun God, water department to Varun Dev, wind department to Vayu Dev. So all these different superintendents are doing their own responsibilities, and therefore they have different planetary systems also. Swargaloka is there, Indra is a position, it's not a personality, it's a position which is taken by different personalities. Yes. So why has the soul come here? Why have we come here? That is the first question that we should ask. Can anyone answer that? Think about it. Yes. Where is the mic? Take the mic.
So we can stay alive and go through problems and meet God.
Okay, very good answer. Yes, very nice. So she said, so that we can stay alive and we can fulfill the purpose of this life, which is to go to God. Very good. Yes. So on the first place, why are we here is because we were originally with Krishna in his lok, right? Or we were in different planetary systems, wherever we were. But initially we were with Krishna, and we wanted to enjoy separately or independently of Krishna. That Krishna, I cannot live here. I want to enjoy on my own, separately from you. So Krishna said, okay. So just like a father, when a kid asks, Daddy, I want to drive a car. So father knows the kid cannot drive a car, so he'll give a small, like a toy car to him. So similarly, we had a desire to stay separate from Krishna. Krishna says, okay, this is your desire. You go to this planet, fulfill your desires, because Krishna loves us so much. Wherever we go, Krishna comes with us in form of the Paramatma. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam. Krishna is there in the heart of everybody. In the heart of an ant, in the heart of an elephant, in each of our hearts, we have Paramatma in us. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15 shloka. Sarvasya chaham hridasani vishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesya sarve rahameva vedyo vedanta krita veda vedeva cha. I am seated in everybody's heart, Krishna says. So along with the soul, there is super soul also. There is Paramatma also within us. That is like explained in the Upanishads, that it's like one bird which is observing the activities of another bird, which is the soul, and based on the desire, it fulfills the desire. So yes. So when the soul leaves the spiritual world, it comes to material world. Because it forgets its true identity as soul, identifies with material body of flesh and bones. We forget that we are part and parcel of Krishna. Just like a sunlight is coming, the sun ray is coming from the sun, it reaches the earth, it forgets, so I was part of sun. Yes. So why has the soul come here? Because we are trying to enjoy independent of master. So that is the reason. So the Lord has created this material world because the Lord loves us so much. He wants to fulfill our desire. We want to stay separate and enjoy. So Krishna has created this Prakriti for our enjoyment, for us to fulfill our desires. But at the same time, we see that if God has created this world, why is it a place of misery? God should have created something very nice for us. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks that this world is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Dukhalayam means miseries and Ashashvatam means temporary. Shashvatam means eternal and Ashashvatam means temporary. So why did God create such a messy place for us? Yes. Wait. So what are the possible things needed to be planned while planning a city? Let's see. So when we are planning a city, all these things are required, right? Buildings, theaters, hospitals, and everything. Next. And in the city, you also have the prison house, right? So prison house is good because so that other people who are following the law, they can live happily. So the reason of prison house is punishment and purification. Yes. So we are going through these different problems in life. We have birth, old age, disease, death, right? And then we also have 3 more things to go. One is adhyatmic, miseries of the body and the mind. One of the biggest problems today is depression, anxiety, and diseases of the mind. And of the body also. And the World Health Organization states what is a healthy person. The World Health Organization states that a healthy person is one who is physically, socially, and emotionally fit. So it's not just physical fitness, it's emotional fitness also. That is a part of our overall being. Then Adi Bhautik, which are miseries caused from other entities. A small virus can create havoc in everybody's life. That is Adi Bhautik, caused by other living entities. We faced this COVID, for last few years. And we know how much havoc it can cause. And then we have Adi Devik. Devik means caused by higher powers. Adi Devik is like natural disasters and disturbance. So we had this recent storm. What was the name of the storm? Hillary. Yeah, it was storm. So, yes. Okay, so who's the jailer for this prison house? Material world, it's Durga Devi, just like I told in the beginning. So she's actually helping us, She's purifying us by putting us through tests, or maybe some problems come in our life and we start questioning. We get out of our daily routine, 9 to 5 job and thinking what's going on. We start thinking, what is the purpose of my life? Who am I? Should I just work 9 to 5 jobs and get my groceries from, Walmart? Even those things are difficult to do nowadays with rising inflation and so many different things. But, is that the purpose of my life? So she kind of, incites us into thinking about all these things. So how does she operate? So there are these 3 different problems, right? As we discussed, Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik. And so these are the punishment, and what is the purification? So we have a tendency to be illusioned. We think that this belongs to me, and we are so much illusioned that we forget a real identity, that apart from this body, we are also something else. Like many times I see in the job, people who get laid off, they think that the job is their identity. They get into depression, they get into suicidal tendencies, right? Even people who are studying in top colleges in IITs or MIT, Stanford, they have suicidal tendencies, because they just identify themselves with being a student or being a part of the class or being a part of the job. We have to understand that that is just a means to get money, earn money, or get some education. We are beyond that. We have so many other identities as well. Right? So we have the tendency to be illusioned. We take pride. We think, I am the doer. I am everything. We don't give credit to others who have helped us. Anger. Anger is one word short of danger. Greed. Greed is the biggest problem in today's world. Whatever you say, whether climatic conditions or anything else, greed is the most problematic. Envy. When we envy, we try to compare ourselves with others. He's better than me, or I'm better than him. We get envious. Lust. We want so many things that create lust. Next. So what is the first thing done to a prisoner? Change his clothes. So we have different clothes, right? The soul is there in the Pacific Ocean. Fish. The fish is in the Pacific Ocean. It has a soul, right? There are so many ants right now. They have a soul. All of us have a soul. What is the difference? The clothes are different. Just like I'm wearing a cloth inside my body, right? So similarly, the soul is wearing the cloth of our current body. So this flesh, bones, or this is the cloth of our soul. So please repeat after me. Jalaja navalakhani sthavara lakhna vichati kamayo rudra shaikhakyo panike dashalakshanam traichalakhani pachavao chattur lakhani manunao. So what this means is Jalaji Navalakhani. Jalaji means the entities that are species that are in water. How many are there? Navalakhani. Nav means how many? 9. Lakhani means lakh. Lakh means how many zeros? 5 zeros. 100,000. Right? So 900,000 type of fishes are there. And this calculation from our scriptures is very close to the biodiversity clock that we have right now. What scientists are maintaining, 8,400,000 species of life. Yes, next. These are the costumes overall. Yes. So, okay, Shivani, can you tell who's this? Shark. Okay, next. Yes, we have so many different varieties of sharks here. Continue going. So these are different dresses, different bodies that Krishna has given based on the desire of a living entity. And then second is, so first was the living in water. Second is the 100,000. So that is the non-moving living insects such as trees that we read in the first shloka. Okay, so these are different varieties of trees. In the afternoon I was eating the rose apple. It was so tasty. It's outside the. If you have not tried, you should try it. It's very, very tasty. We have guava, we have rose apple. Badrinath Maharaj has taken care of the garden so nicely. We have so many beautiful flowers and fruits here. 11. Yes, can you read, Shivani, what is the next one? Third line on the mic.
Species of insects and reptiles.
No, just read the third one. 11, what is that? 1,100,000?
Oh, 1,100,000.
Species of insects and reptiles. Okay, now we'll see what insects and reptiles are there. So what is this? Can anyone tell?
Dragonfly.
Okay, yes, next. Just keep answering. As he moves, just keep answering what it is. Okay.
Grasshopper. No.
Cricket or something.
Armadillo. No. Lizard. Dragon lizard.
Yeah, it looks like a dragon lizard. A snake or crocodile.
Snake.
Reptile. Snake.
Okay.
Crocodile. That looks so scary.
Starfish. Yes.
Alligator.
Tortoise. Kurma.
Frog.
Okay, Vrinda, can you chant this? What is this? Fourth. What is the number?
100,000 species of birds.
100,000. How many zeros are there? 6
5.
zeros. So it is 1 million 6. Also, right? Species of birds. So let's name the birds also. Okay. Huh? Gannet. Okay, I didn't know this. Robin? Okay. Bottom. Hawk. Pigeon. Okay.
Seagull.
Peacock.
My favorite. Ew.
Huh? Very good.
Eagle.
Eagle. Owl.
Duck.
Duck. Duck.
Red sparrow.
Red sparrow. Okay. I don't know.
A random horse.
Okay, then Shivani, read the next one. What is that? 3 million
3 million varieties of
quadrupeds.
quadrupeds.
What does quadruped mean? Yes, give him the mic. Shreyan, what does quadruped mean?
On 4 legs.
Okay.
They stand on 4 legs.
Very good. Yes.
Gorilla.
Yes.
Orangutan.
Orangutan.
Cheetah.
Yes. Cheetah.
Cheetah. Camel.
Camel. Walrus. Yeah.
See,
Polar bear.
polar
Polar
bear.
bear.
Elephant. Caribou.
Reindeer. No? Moose?
Dog. Leopard.
Jaguar.
Leopard. Polar bear.
Black panther.
Black panther.
Leopard.
Clouded leopard. Eland.
Wolf.
Squirrel. Black cat.
Cat.
Rhino. Deer.
Impala. Tiger.
Orangutan.
Okay. Yes, Shreyan, can you read what is the next one? 400,000 are
400,000 humans.
human species. So we might think human species is just one category, but there are 400,000 different kind of human beings also. You know. Yes. Next, you'll see how.
That's from the tribe.
Yes.
Me.
Next.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not. It is showing different kind of species. You know, some people do something on the extreme. So Lord Brahma is also a part of the material world. So is one kind of species is there.
Yeah, I think too.
Continue next. So we saw that all these are different kind of dresses that a soul gets. You know, based on the desire. Especially at the time of death, whatever desire we have, yam yam vapi smarana bhavam, tejante ante kalevra, tam tam evaiti konte sadadat bhav bhavita. Whatever thought we get at the time of death, we actually take that kind of birth, that kind of body. Yes. And in this world, we are bound by 3 modes of material nature, which are Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Goodness, passion and ignorance. So these are the different qualities that we are bound with. So all these are considered as chains or jail. So mode of goodness is considered the best jail, golden jail. Silver is the second category. Iron is the third category, ignorance. And these are depicted by different characteristics. So somebody who's in the mode of ignorance, what will he do? He will smoke, he will drink, he will sleep, he will be lazy. Somebody who's in the mode of passion, what will he do? He will have unlimited desires, right? And in mode of goodness, there would be freedom from sins and sense of happiness. They would be very happy. So that is mode of goodness, and beyond that is transcendental. When we are engaged in the service of the Lord, Shri Shri Radha Girdhari, that is Shuddha Sattva, above Satoguna. Yes, next. And these are different kind of foods that people eat who are in the mode of goodness, and fruits and everything, and then passion is too much spicy chili, and obviously in ignorance they will eat flesh, non-vegetarian, putrefied food. Yes, and music also is there. Mode of goodness is very calm, nice, like you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is in the mode of goodness. And then you have mode of passion, too much loud and jazz and pop and rock and all those things. And then ignorance is even beyond that, too much. So 3 modes of material nature. So you can see the example. Ravan is in Rajoguna, passion. Sattva Guna is Vibhishan, ignorance is Kumbhakarna, he is always sleeping. So Durga Devi is actually motivating us to go back to home. Godhead. To the spiritual world. So we discussed all these things: punishment, purification, costumes and chain. And we saw that we are bound by 3 modes of material nature. So we may be in goodness, passion or ignorance based on our association, like who we associate with, who our friends are, what we do, what we listen to, what we see, what we eat, right? So that determines our conditioning, and based on the conditioning, we become habituated to that conditioning, and then we will take the same action based on our association, and we think that, oh, this is our destiny. But our destiny, we still have the choice whether to do that wrong thing or not. Our destiny is decided by the choices that we make, and not necessarily by what situation we are in. So what if I am in a bad situation right now? It's not my destiny, but what choice will I make in this situation will determine my destiny. Yes. So we discussed that our intelligence is actually perverted by our association, and due to which we take wrong choices, and therefore we commit mistakes and do bad karma. So association is one of the very important things. Okay, so second was Kala. So first we are studying about the Prakriti of this material world. What is this material world? First subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. Second is time. So as we know, there are different cycles. Kali Yuga, Dwapar, Treta, Satyuga. All these are different yugas that are going through. And Chatur Yuga is, if you add all of those, and one cycle of universe is given here. Chatur Yugas, 4. Yeah, next. Yes. So during our life, we go through different things. We are born, we grow, next. And then we also, there are 6 different changes actually in our body. We are born, we grow, we maintain ourselves, and then we also produce, we have children, and then we also we dwindle, right? We get old, and finally we die. So why do we have to go through this cycle of birth and death? So now we'll discuss the law of karma, Again and again we have to go through this cycle of birth and death. But we actually, as living entity, the soul is eternal. So we also want to be eternal. Nobody wants to die. Is there anyone in the room who wants to die? Nobody wants to die. Why? Because the nature of Atma is to be Shashvat, to always be eternal. Why? Because Paramatma, Krishna is eternal, and we are part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore we also want to be eternal. Yes. So in this world, some are born rich, some are born poor, right? Some are born very strong, some are weak, some are very beautiful, ugly, lot to eat, nothing to eat. Some get the best education, some don't have even, basic schools. Some are fair, some are dark, some are brown, yellow, green. But all of us have that soul, right? We have that common thing within us. Some are born rich, poor. So there is so much suffering around us. So is God responsible, partial and cruel? That's the question that we ask. So Krishna actually has set up laws, there are laws of nature. Just like you have a red light, you cross the red light, the camera will click the photo and send the ticket to your home, right? The judge necessarily is not doing anything, but there are laws that are actually operating. So there are a lot of examples given here. The same judge awards plenty of compensation to others, and he also awards punishment to others. So is he partial? Because he has set laws, right? If you cross a red light, you get a ticket. So is he partial? Not really. Based on whatever we are doing, based on our actions, we are getting the results. So Krishna says in this Bhagavad Gita chapter 9:29, that I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So Krishna says, I am equal to everyone. But whoever renders service to me, like all of us are visiting the temple, we are rendering service to Krishna. We are taking Krishna's name. We are taking Krishna Prasadam. So we are rendering service to Krishna. So what Krishna says, he is a friend. Is in me, I am also a friend to him. So Krishna, although he is equal, but at the same time, just like a father, if all the kids are equal to him, but one kid who's rendering very nice service, loving service to the father is a friend, so father becomes a good friend to him also, him or her. So that is the difference. So Lord is seated as Paramatma, like we discussed in the beginning. So definition of law of karma: there is equal and opposite reaction, right? That is Newton's law. So as you sow, so you reap. So how does law of karma work? We'll see this. So we already discussed all these things. Now we can answer the question. So this is a very nice analogy that soul is the customer who is visiting a restaurant, and the material nature is a cook or a waiter, and judge is the cashier. So how we understand this is that whatever you eat, right? Whatever you eat, pasta, pizza, or whatever, the soul wants, you desire something, and then the material nature will arrange for you. You want house, nice job, nice family. So material nature will help you to arrange it. And finally, the bill is the judge. Based on what actions you do, you will get that kind of bill or that kind of reaction. So what are the different kinds of karma? 3 types of karma. One is the good karma, which is karma. Second is the bad karma, which is vikarma. And third is the neutral karma, which is akarma. Akarma means neutral karma. These are 3 different categories of karma. So if we do good karma, we get good reactions, good results, heavenly planets, right? Bad karma, bad activities. We get bad results, hellish planets. Akarma is neutral activities. Neutral activities, when we are engaging in the service of the Lord, then we don't get any reaction, neither good nor bad. When we engage to the service of Lord, we are one step closer to the eternal life, to the abode of Shri Krishna. And when Krishna told Arjuna that, Arjuna, you should fight, pick up your Gandiva bow and start fighting with the Kurus, then do you think that Arjuna will accumulate any karma? No, because he is doing it on the order of Shri Krishna. So there is neither good nor bad karma for Arjuna. What is the time, Prabhu? 7:53. Okay, so we'll finish in like less than 5 minutes. Okay, next. So what is the duration of the results of karma? Yes, can anyone read that? Shivani, can you read it? And someone turn on the light.
In Taiwan, dead
Mukunda.
babies.
Yeah.
In Taiwan, dead babies or fetuses could be bought at $50 to $70 from hospitals to meet the high demand for grilled and barbecued babies.
So this is
What
happening
a
in
sad
Kali Yuga.
state of affairs.
Yes, exactly. So what kind of reaction will these people get? Right? Yes. So that is vikarma, right? Instant karma is like ATM, you get immediate money, and delayed karma is like a check you will get after some time. So although you may commit a bad activity today, you might not get an immediate reaction, right? You may get after 50 years or maybe in next lifetime or after that. Like Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra asked Krishna, Krishna, why did all my 100 sons have to suffer so much and they died eventually? So Krishna told in the previous birth, you mercilessly with one single arrow killed 100 ducklings, and the reaction is that what you are getting right now. There are so many things that are happening. So similarly, if we are, so this is an instant karma, mustard seed, and delayed karma is coconut tree, right? So it takes a long time for coconut to actually manifest. So if somebody slaps you, then you may slap them immediately, right? Generally that is the tendency, that's instant karma. And sometimes there is delayed karma. There is court case. Court case, especially in India, runs for so many years. So there is a lot of delayed karma. So this is what the example I was giving of Dhritarashtra. Here, a delayed karma. So individual karma is my own karma, and there is collective karma. So when a plane crashes, almost everybody dies. That is collective karma, that probably they have the same kind of karma and the time is up for them to leave their bodies, right? And we are reading one purport of Bhagavatam. His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj was telling, when somebody comes to suicide or somebody is too much attached to something, then they become ghost. They get a ghost body, because they had, say, 50 years of duration and they end their life early, right? So they have to remain in a ghost body for some time. So it's not at all recommended, to end life, definitely. Scriptures don't recommend that, because we have been given this body, it's Krishna's body. We should engage in the service of Krishna. It is not our body. We don't have the right to harm it. Collective karma, family, national leader, this is collective karma. So if somebody says, I didn't knew that I cannot cross the red light, then will the police excuse you? No, they will not, right? So we should be aware. That's why it is important we read the scriptures, we read the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, so that we know what is karma, what are the activities I should do, what I should not do. Right? In ISKCON we have 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. Right? So these are the things that actually create bad karma. Does good and bad karma nullify each other? But if you take to Krishna consciousness, it will burn away all the good and bad karma. That's the beauty of Bhakti process. So this is a very nice example of a granary or a grain tank in a village. So what goes in comes out first. So if you put in like corns first and after that you put like barley, and you are taking something out, you are thinking, oh, I put barley, I am still getting corn, so why is it possible? How is it possible? So the reason is because whatever you have put in before, you will get it at the same time, right? So if somebody has put in bad karma, even though he's good now, he might have done bad in the past, he's getting that reaction. But doesn't mean that when we see somebody who's suffering, oh, he's suffering because of his bad karma, it doesn't gives us a license that we misbehave with them or don't help them, right? If somebody is having problems or suffering, it's our duty to help them. As a Vaishnav, the duty of Vaishnav is to help. Vaishnav jan to tene kahiye, peer parai jane jo. The one who understands the problem of others is a true Vaishnava. So we have to be compassionate and help others, whatever their karma may be. Yes. So yes, so all these things we discussed, and so what should we do now? We understand the law of karma and everything. Then what should we do now? Next, we should take shelter of Krishna by performing activities in Krishna consciousness, which is akarma, which is bhakti yoga. And we already saw this. These are different kind of karma. And we as human beings, we have the ability to inquire, to be in bliss. We have a choice, we have determination. These are different things, we can discriminate. We have so many differences from animals, plants, or trees because we are more developed. Obviously, our nervous system and our intelligence is very much developed. We can do all these things. So life is a preparation. This whole life is a preparation, and death is the examination. At the time of death, it will determine what our final destination would be. So here is a very nice example of Bhishma Pitama. He was lying on the bed of arrows. He was waiting for auspicious time and for Lord Krishna to come and leave his body. So we discussed about Prakriti, Kal, law of nature, karma. And so it's our free will, what we want to do in life, right? There are various situations that will come in our life, but it's up to us what choice to make. So just like I'll give a small example of a smoker. If he smokes one cigarette, another cigarette, third cigarette, he may be conditioned because of his smoking, but it's his choice if he wants to quit cigarette, right? So your current activities will determine our destiny in future. So if we make the right choices, our destiny will be good. So let us take to taking the right choices of taking shelter of Krishna, His holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By chanting Krishna's holy names, our heart will be purified. We will be very blissful, happy. It will burn away all our karmas, whatever good or bad there has been. It will help us. Krishna will be very pleased, and we will be pleased because we are ultimately part and parcel of Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.